And a very good afternoon from a warm, humid, sticky and overcast Kings Lynn, where Norwich City continue their pre-season warm-up game number 2 on a busy schedule. In Norwich City's care, crawl out to Stacey again. Nice touch, just shy of halfway. He's got Springett to his right if he wants him. He's got Sargent through the middle, goes wide to Springett. Springett level the edge of the area, looking to take on the wing back, runs into and through a challenge, and then a clever little nod back, keeping possession. Stacey back in field to Nunes, who will find McLean wide to McCallum. McCallum got plenty of options. Nunes almost willing, bit of space just out 10 yards outside the area for him. Patient again as it goes wide to McCallum. Chance for him to go wide. Porheta steps in field just outside the area, looks for the return pass and will get it as well. Across the face of goal, it's teed up and Sargent makes it 1-0. The keeper couldn't do too much with it. Porheta with a positive, decisive run. His shot was kicked away, only into the path of Josh Sargent. 12 minutes on the clock, makes it Kings Lynn 0, Norwich City 1. Good finish, calm finish, City ahead. Now Hargreaves in possession, looking to turn, can't do too much with that. Support behind him, but the ball clearance is down as far as Barnes. Barnes in on goal, tries to pull it back, gets a second attempt and it's cleared off the line. Really good save actually, still it's not away yet. Sargent with a follow-up shot, runs to Porheta, whose shot takes a deflection, spins away, and Kings Lynn at about the 15th attempt hoists the ball onto the roof of the massive stand. Nevertheless, worked back in. Stacey, who's central now, wide to Springett. Springett will force it on to Stacey, who's got in behind by the byline, pulls it across, and it's flicked in at the near post. Came off the chest, I think, of Ashley Barnes. Good build down that right-hand side. Springett involved, started and finishing the move, flicking it in, and a calm, predatory finish in the end. Barnes making it 2-0. At the other end, Nunes comes short for the ball once more. Sargent makes a run and he should be onside, and he is, and he'll scamper in towards the edge of the area. He's got help in the middle from Stacey. Sargent looking to turn, couldn't quite take it in his stride, looking for Springett. Springett will go for goal and pushes it past the keeper, who got a hand on it but could only touch it into the far corner. Counter-attacking play again from Norwich City. 29th minute. Springett with the third. And that, on a hot afternoon, was like a knife through butter. It's Kings Lynn 0, Norwich City 3. Fred worked on to Springett. Springett's got options right and left. Taking a touch, going wide towards Stacey. Pass sent him a little bit wide. He'll get there by the corner flag. Back in field towards Tony Springett, who'll find a bit of help. And Nunes ignores the shirt pull and play continues as McCallum, who's everywhere at the moment, getting it wide again from central midfield. Springett with the ball down the line. Stacey will get there in the corner, looking to pull it back. Springett low ball towards the edge of the box. Nunes lays it off. Barnes helps him out. Across it will come again towards that far side. McCallum steps in field and fires it home under the keeper. 20 yards. Kind of closed down, and the keeper had a bit of a flap at it, but on target, and a rasping drive in from Sam McCallum, who'll be pleased with the finish. 3 minutes before the break. It's Kings Lynn 0, Norwich City 4. Porheta looks to make the run, so it goes back to McCallum, scorer of Norwich City's 4th. On to Porheta, who turns away from his man, goes to the byline, delivers it back into the air, and is flicked into the near post from Barnes. Neat finish again. 2 predatory goals from Ashley Barnes in this first half. The second coming in the 45th minute, and it's now Kings Lynn 0, Norwich City 5. 2 very good finishes from him into the 45th minute. Norwich City 5-0 up. McCallum gets it back towards his own keeper, then a loop-in header, and that's got to go into the net, and it's an own goal, and it's a crazy own goal. Shane Duffy got his bearings all wrong, tried to nod back to Tim Krul, looped over him, and there Krul wasn't. And Kings Lynn have a goal in the 45th minute. Good challenge from Bali Mumba, and picked up in the end by Sorensen, who can't clear. Gibbs into the challenge, and it's worked away by Barnes. Support on this near side from Hernandez, going wide where he'll find a bit of help. Gianellis looking for the return pass. Wide it'll go to Hernandez. Hernandez ball into the middle. And the shot comes in. It was saved initially once and then twice as it fell invitingly for Adamida. And cleared. It's the ball wide towards the right-hand side by Mumba. Back from his loan at Plymouth last season. Plays a 1-2 down the line. And the ball all the way back in the end, but it's a poor touch, and it's run through to Barnes, who can make it 6 and does. Poor touch by the keeper, and touched in by Barnes from close range to complete his hat-trick in the 50th minute. It's now Kings Lynn 1, Norwich City 6. Giannus and Rowe having a frank exchange of where each other should be. There's burst from Mumba, and he'll look to go wide towards the right-hand side where he's found Hernandez. He'll look to try and carve out a cross, twists and turns twice and 3 times and 4 times, and gets to the byline and does pick out a decent cross, and it's headed goalward by Rowe, and a really good save to tip it over for the corner. Excellent work by Hernandez on that right-hand side, twisting and turning 4 times before getting the cross in. Jonathan Rowe arrived late, got his head on target, and it brought a fine save to tip it over for the corner. Let's play back towards this left-hand side. Minute and a half to go. Zolis shoes the overlap, and perhaps shouldn't have done, as it was blocked off, and Kingston winning it back on halfway. And they'll look to break away down this near side, looking to take on the defender. Deep cross far post, there's danger here, and a good charge down at some cost to himself by Sorensen. Charge down the shot, shakes off the injury. Was it far back in and well wide? That's brave defending from Sorensen.